Good morning and welcome to another edition of Backroom Banter. I'm here in Dallas, Texas at the National Meeting of Travel Leaders, and I'm so thrilled today to have as my guest Mke Batt. Mike is the chairman and the founder of Travel Leaders Group, and he's agreed to answer a few questions today. Mike, I want to thank you so much for agreeing to answer a few questions today. It's been 4 years since Travel Leaders has begun its existence out of Carlson Wagonlit Travel. What changes have you seen, and what growth has been taking part in those years?
Well, we've seen a lot of changes, and if you remember, Terry, we left Carlson at the end of January 2008, and it was a pretty scary time for us because we did a management buyout. We had a business that, frankly looked marginal at best, because there were a lot of people who really didn't believe in the future of travel agencies and weren't sure about, our ability to be viable. And in the last 4 years, we've not only proved the viability, we've grown dramatically. We've taken our sales from what were then $5 billion to now, we were projecting 2013, $18 billion in 4 years. Wow. So a lot of change, and thankfully all positive, and touch wood, thanks to friends like you and other agents in our group that have supported us.
The big news that's in the paper this week is about the merger between Zell Travel, which is already part of Travel Leaders, and Pro Travel. What can you give us by way of background on what that's going to mean to the network?
Well, I think it's going to mean a lot of positive things to the network, because Pro Travel is an incredible business and has a wonderful reputation, particularly with luxury sellers of travel. The luxury suppliers, as Pro Travel is one of the leading agencies worldwide for luxury sales. So given that Zell has a pretty strong position as well in luxury, this makes our group extremely big in luxury. And we'd like to bring together, all the strengths of Zell, Pro Travel, plus the other parts of Travel Leaders that sell luxury, and just become better and better at selling these premium products. It's a big move for us. It's something we've been planning for the last 12 months. And we're thrilled to have actually managed to achieve it. And more than that, thrilled that we've got an excited team, and that Priscilla Alexander, who's really a legend in our industry, and her team that are tremendously well respected, are looking forward to working alongside with us and being a part of our group. So it's a win-win for us.
Ever since the advent of the internet, pundits have been predicting the demise of travel agencies, and we're still here and we're still going strong. What kind of a future do you see for the retail travel business?
Well, I see a strong future for it. Obviously, that's why we're investing money in it and still continuing to grow. And you got to step back a bit, I think, to begin with, and just say, well, the future for travel is good because so many people want to travel. And if you look over the last 50, 60 years, there's been a constant growth rate of 4 to 5%. And new travelers are coming from all over the world as well. People, if you look today at Chinese or East Europeans, or just look anywhere in the world, wherever people get enough disposable income, they want to travel. And the two things you need is you need money and you need time. And there's this undeniable desire on part of everybody to see the world before they die. Yeah, and we're benefiting from that. It was different 50 years ago when people were busy earning enough money to eat or to pay their rent. But with an ever affluent and ever growing world, the demand is there. Now, should the internet take all that demand, or should it be travel agents? The fact is, it's shared, and it's great to have an internet travel business. You see Kayak sold yesterday for $1.8 billion to Priceline. Priceline's worth $30 billion. Expedia's done well, and good luck to them. They are a very good products, and a lot of people, that's how they like to buy travel. But it's not everyone who likes to buy travel, and I think what's happening today is that we all use the internet so much. I'm not sure if you've got the money, you want to spend 3 or 4 hours trolling through the internet looking for the best deal, only to book something that you wouldn't have booked had you had some experience. And that's where travel agents really can make a difference, because by doing the work and doing it professionally and offering a great service, there are lots of people who would actually say, I'll take that over and above doing it myself.
This is sort of a related question, but we know that young people are having a lot of difficulty finding jobs out of high school and college, and the economic situation is not really bright for many of them. If someone came to you as a young person and asked you, I'm thinking about getting in the travel business, what would you advise them?
Well, I'm in it, so I wouldn't be in something that I wouldn't advise somebody to do something I wouldn't do. But a lot would depend on their ability and their personality. At the end of the day, whatever you do, you have to apply, common sense, hard work, and as much intelligence as you can to it. So, if somebody had tremendous drive, tremendous passion, tremendous ability to learn, the ability to handle detail, the ability to take responsibility, all these things that you need to be a travel agent. It's easy for me to say, yeah, go into this business. I mean, especially if I'm going to make money off you. I mean, it's the worst advice to give someone. But I think for the person with the right skills, it's a great career. And it's the same with anything. If the skills are matched to the person, then they should be able to make a good living out of it. I mean, you just got to look at Priscilla Alexander. She's built an incredible business that we've bought from her this past week for a lot of money. She employs 600-700 people. They all make extremely good livings from it, and they live a very nice lifestyle. I mean, what's wrong with that? I'll go to Cannes 2 weeks from now, and there'll be 55 of our agents from Travel Leaders Group, including Pro Travel, at the Luxury Travel Exposition, where they'll be, staying in 5-star hotels with suppliers, really taking good care of them, and really going after their business. And they're there learning, they're there developing their supplier relationships, and living a wonderful lifestyle. I think it's a great business if you're good at it.
Yeah.
But what I would say, anyone who thinks it's kind of a lazy way, forget it, because you have to know your stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're not prepared to do the work, this is not the business for you.
A couple of our agents actually are going to the International Travel Symposium, so they're very excited about being there in the south of France. Finally, as a way for folks to kind of get to know you better as a person, we'd like to know kind of what you like to do when you travel. I mean, if you have a particularly memorable vacation that you've taken, or how do you like to spend your time when it's your time?
I get asked this a lot, and I'm really ashamed of myself that I don't have a really cool answer. Like a lot of people, they'll talk about, sort of sub-aqua in Montenegro or something. I have something that's very simple, and I really do love all countries for their diversity, but I particularly like Italy, and I particularly like coastlines, and I like relaxed vacations. So to me, there's a hotel that's just north of Rome on the Italian coast. I also like Italian red wine, so this plays to my love of that as well. And this is about 2 hours from the center of Tuscany on the Tuscan coast. It's a little hotel called Il Pelicano. It's really a chateau hotel with a 2-star Michelin restaurant. There's a couple of golf courses nearby. There's a lot of great restaurants. Tuscany's 2 hours drive, and it's on a spectacular piece of cliff which overlooks the Mediterranean Sea. And that to me is the kind of vacation that I just adore, because it's a little bit of a lazy person's vacation, but it's what I like.
Sounds great to me. Mike, I want to thank you so much for taking the time today to visit with us.
Oh, I'm happy to, Terry, anytime. Anything for you.
Thanks for visiting with us again here at Backroom Banter. Until next time, travel safe.